What's up, guys? I'm Elijah Walker. For my Civic Outreach Project, I decided to do a court session, donate my blood, and interview a firefighter. I thought this court session was a good thing because we need to know how our judicial system works and the type of people that are in our society. I thought donating my blood was good because it helps others, and if you don't need it, why not give it up? And I interviewed a firefighter because many people think certain things about them, and a lot of people don't actually know how daily life works for them. And I thought it was important to get to know that and see what struggles they go through on the daily. Hi, I'm Elijah Walker. I just spent the last hour at RJC viewing hearings seen by the regional judge, Cheryl Lee. So at the court session, I had viewed 4 sessions. The first one being a vehicular assault with a DUI. The second one was vehicular prowling. The third one was a third-degree assault. And the fourth was vehicular prowling with possession of heroin. All 3 of them were felonies, and one was a misdemeanor. I believe that it is important to go and see these because you could be a witness to what happened, and at the actual court case they may need people in the crowd to confirm what happened if it was a bigger event. But if they're smaller, it's important to know how it affects your community and whether or not your judicial system is actually being legal or not.
I'd say with those.
Say what you're doing.
I'm getting my blood drawn.
How are you feeling about it?
When I donated blood, I really didn't want to go into it. I was like, oh, I hate needles. This is a terrible cause. I'm like, why do I need to donate my blood? Vampires are going to get it. But afterwards, I realized the effect of it. It could help tons of people if they have low blood, or if they just need blood because they're going through a surgery, and that my blood could help them if it matches them. So donating blood is a huge need in the community, and volunteering to do it's even better because you're doing it for other people, like I said before, and it could really help out with them.
Okay, alright. So, have you ever actually fought a fire before?
Yeah, I've been on a few. It's kind of, you see the movies or TV or whatever, and it's not like, oh, we go on fires every day, or that kind of thing. So they're kind of few and far between. But I've been on a fair number of big fires. When I first started, 05, I think Edmonds almost burned down a huge block. So I mean, the whole frickin' fire, the whole block was on fire. It was a big new construction apartment building down there went up. So was on that. That's not something that we would go in on, but kind of across the street shooting a hose in, and it's a big wall of flames and hot even across the street.
When I interviewed the firefighter, I thought it was a good idea because a lot of people don't know what they actually go through or what they actually do during a day, and that the more I would know about it, maybe I would be interested in doing it, or other people become interested in being a firefighter or a volunteer firefighter. I believe it's important to know what they do because if you are just looking at them and you're just like, oh, cool, they're putting out a fire, or they're helping someone get a cat out of a tree, like, what's the point of it? It's if you find out why they're doing it, or if they have a very specific reason, like a childhood tragedy or something like that, you could see what they go through and know how they feel. Basically, you would know what they're going through and when you could help or if you should help. Volunteering in our community is greatly needed. If whether it's talking to firefighters or being a volunteer firefighter, whether it's donating your blood for others in the hospitals around you, or even if it's going to view a court session, the 3 things I did, it's necessary because you want to be, as a community, know what's going on. You want to know who's in your community. You want to know how you can help. You want to know where you could go to do certain things. Volunteering is just necessary as a whole. You need to be able to understand what you can do to help in any situation. You can, whether or not you can actually help as well. And when you volunteer at anything, it's going to help your community. It's going to help yourself out as well because it's your community after all. And when you go through these things, and volunteering, it gives you life sometimes if you don't feel like you have a purpose, or if you don't have anything to do on, say, an off day like a Sunday and you're just sitting at home. Volunteer, do something, help your community, get that done, and you'll be able to help others, help yourself, go through pretty much anything. You can go anywhere. You can go and ask questions at board meetings or city meetings. You can help out with them, and when volunteering in our community just disappears, there's not going to be anything getting done. And I believe that you should help out, and you should get as much done as you possibly can with volunteering and going to your community and reaching out to them.